Well, back again. Budget home studio, glass of water. Get the voice tuned in. Big problems ahead of us, and we get it delivered to me from the Guardian Weekly, and just got to see this headline on page 15. I think it's actually important that we understand what's going to take place next. So there you are. That's a pretty serious headline. And basically what it says there, of course, is that living standards to be lower in 2015 than in 2010, experts say. Well, where does that put us? You can't believe what you're being told. Always talk about the economy improving, particularly here in New Zealand. Anti-podium situation is, as usual, a house of cards, and we're in debt. All the local authorities have borrowed too much. Local government borrowed far too much. Council that I used to be involved with, although I attempted to warn them that they were doing the wrong thing, no one wanted to listen. So I'm out and let them do their continue to do their spending and to reap the folly that comes from it. It is folly, and what we are going to be confronted with is more and more talk about how things are improving, but in reality they're just going to get worse and worse. And why do I say this? Because the underlying driver, if you like, indeed for the West and actually the entire world now, is that we are post-peak oil. We've actually reached it. We are post-peak oil. What's happened is that all the easy oil's gone, and so now we're paying for the expensive stuff. That's not real oil, that's shale oil and heavy oil, which has to be processed. The energy required to make it is it makes it basically uneconomic. So what are we doing now? Paying $2.20 something, $2.21 a litre for petrol here in New Zealand. I haven't bothered to look at the prices elsewhere in the world, but they will continue to rise. The impact on the economy is going to be quite serious. It'll choke it. And we're back into recession. Well, I don't think we actually ever left, but the part of the recession that we left was that we took a flight into fantasy. And of course the boosters and the promoters went into turbo drive, if you like, and talked about how things were, we were coming around the corner, we were seeing light at the end of the tunnel, blah blah, all the stuff that we hear, all the cliches and so forth. And in reality people are losing jobs, and there's inflation. Of course there's inflation on the back of higher oil prices. And we're in a particularly difficult situation. No one is facing the implications of what's happening, very few people anyway. But here at the Budget Home Studio we attempt to front up to all this, and so we just say, well, it's another Christmas. There'll be some kind of cathartic experience for some people, or they'll attempt to have a kind of ending to a year that hasn't been particularly good and hope for something better in 2014. Can't see it myself. So solution, get rid of all the debt that you can, plant as many vegetables in the garden as you can, grow your own food, buy from the cheapest places possible when you are buying food, form cooperatives. There's power in collective, so obviously if you group together you'll have a better chance of acquiring the necessities of life at a more affordable price. And hang on to your seatbelt, because I think actually you ain't seen nothing yet. Here comes the real rough sailing. Okay, we'll see you soon.